welcome to another yoga class with Kushla. So this is an all levels class, so all levels are more than welcome to join, and we'll start in a seated position.
Now feel your points of contact to the earth, and then see if you can lift up through the crown of your head, sit up a little bit taller, and then lift your shoulders up towards your ears and back. Allow them to just soften down. Take another one of those, so shoulders up towards your ears, back, and allow them to soften down. And if you feel good and you feel ready to close your eyes, you can close down your eyes. And just use the internal focus that you have now with closing your eyes to focus on your breath. Feel the breath as it comes in through your nose and where it travels through your body. And then exhaling through the nose. Just notice how your body responds and how it softens. With every inhale, see how you can find more length from your sit bones to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, just notice how your body softens. Take another inhale through the nose, finding length. And here, as you exhale, see if you can keep the length in your spine. So instead of allowing your body to soften with the exhale, see if you can keep the length. And take another round of that. Inhaling, see how your lungs expand, your ribcage opens. And as you exhale, see if you can just stay. And you can either keep your eyes closed or you can blink them open. And walk your right hand just over towards the right, towards the floor. And lift your opposite hand up towards the ceiling. Just come into a little side bend. You're keeping your sit bones grounded in your seat. And you can take any neck circles here if that feels good. So bringing your gaze up and then down, and then keep reaching with your left hand towards the side of the room. Come back to center and then take the other side. So walk your left hand out towards the side, opposite hand reaches up. And then send your breath into the side of your ribs here. So you can come to your fingertips with your hand that's on the floor. And then again, if it feels good to take any circles in your neck, you can take that. And come back to center, interlace your fingers, reach your arms up overhead, find length in your seat, lift up. Then come into downward facing dog, so removing your blocks, or I think I was the only one to non-blocks, and then coming into downward facing dog. And again, keep that tuning into your breath. We've found that in our first pose in our seat, so that we can bring that through your whole practice. So with every inhale, see if you can find more length in your body. You can play with even bending your knees and see how that draws your sit bones higher to the sky. You can play with it by reaching your fingertips further forward, taking a longer base. And see how high you can reach your sit bones to the sky. Yeah, good. And then walk your feet to your hands, come into ragdoll. So keeping your sit bones high. And here you can take any movement that feels good in your body. You can rock side to side. Soften your neck, soften your jaw, make sure you're not holding on to any tension there. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up high to the sky, look up, fill up, big breath in. Bring your hands into prayer at heart space. And then find a drishti focus. So find a strong gaze just right in front of you. And allow that drishti focus to have the same feeling as it did when you had your eyes closed. It's a You're still present in the room, but the drishti focus is more inward focus. And we use our drishti so we can still keep that internal focus on our breath. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up high to the sky, big inhale. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, find a flat back. Yeah, and we'll take a few breaths here just to really find our halfway lift. So soften through your knees slightly. Yeah, just so you can find more length from the crown of your head to your sit bones. And then draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. Good, take another full breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach through your fingertips, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. High plank, press back. And hold your high plank, so you can always drop to your knees if you need. Bring your awareness to your hands, really press into the earth. Yeah, keep your belly button lifting up towards your spine. And then play here with shifting your weight forward and back. So staying in your high plank. Just be curious of where you're distributing your weight. Yeah, and feel that feeling of when your weight is on like your tiptoes or even the ball of your foot. Yeah, that will help you in your practice. Yeah, come further forward and then hold that as you lower. Bring your gaze forward, low plank. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll forward, or you can take baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Yeah, so high to low plank we do quite a few times in this practice. And so the intention in high-low plank is that your weight is further forward, so you're more on your tiptoes or even on your big toe. And then you just lower down. Yeah, elbows hugging back, but you can always drop your knees if you need. It uses quite a bit of strength. It's definitely not easy. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, fold. You start to connect your breath with your movement. Inhale, halfway lift. High to low plank, so keep your weight forward as you lower down. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll forward. Big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Good. Connect back into breath here. Connect back into your body. And we'll take a few more rounds of our sun salutation A, so that we can really tune in our breath to our body. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, spring to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Inhale, ground down through your feet, fill up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank, hug into center line and core. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, spring to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank, flow. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll forward. Exhale, downward facing dog, press back. Good. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, spring to the top of your mat, be light. halfway lift, forward fold. Bring your feet to touch, Utkatasana, chair pose. Yeah, no one wants to miss out on Utkatasana. We love it. Good. Beautiful depth in your hips. Keep that. So see if you can sink your hips down nice and low. And stay open through your chest. So keep that drishti focused right in front of you. Yeah, beautiful. Keeping your gaze lifted. And really let go of any tension in your shoulders. So draw your shoulders away from your ears. Pull the pit of the belly in and up and just sink down deeper. Yeah, find ease as you sink down deeper. Good, take a full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank, hike into center line and core. Use your strength. Inhale, upward facing dog. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your strong core to pull you back. Yeah, core engagement the whole time. Warrior one, right side. Yeah, take a nice long base. Longer in your base. Yeah, and then sink down deep in your front knee. Good, have your hips square towards the front of the room. So think your hip bones have lights on them and you're shining them right in front of you. Work your front knee out towards your pinky toe. Yeah, stay for another breath in, find your expression. And on your exhale, low plank flow. Upward facing dog, roll forward. Downward facing dog, press back, warrior one, left side. Yeah, and you guys have the benefit of me not being able to hear you. So it's hard for me to tell if you're using core strength to step your foot forward. But I invite you to be light in your transitions. Yeah, practicing being light lets us know that you're using your core. It lets you know that you're using your strength. Track your front knee out towards your second toe. Yeah, good. That's beautiful. Open through your heart. Find your expression. Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow it out. Upward facing dog. Roll forward. Open through your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high. Good. Take a deep breath in. Let it go through the mouth. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring to your hands. Be light. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana. Inhale, flowing with your breath. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. So if you're jumping back, make it quiet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Quiet, light transition as you step through. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, left side. Smooth, light transition. And then expand and open. Exhale, flow. Use your strong core. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open through your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your strong core to go back. Yeah, so the whole time through power yoga, power vinyasa flows, we need to use our strength. Yeah, our strength at our core, our strength in our muscles, and that actually allows us to find more ease. Yeah, it's through engaging and using our strength that we can feel lighter. Yeah, we use our bandhas to flow. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring to the top of your mat. Be light. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. High, low plank, flow. Upward facing dog, open through your heart. Downward facing dog, take warrior one, right side. Big inhale, fill up. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, take warrior one, left side. Find your base, expand. Big inhale. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good, we'll take one more sun salutation B and practice using your bandhas, your core lock, your engagement to flow with ease in your breath. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward, spring to the top of your mat. Good, halfway lift. Forward fold. Utkatasana chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank, big exhale, empty out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, warrior one, right side. Find your base, big inhale. Exhale, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, take warrior one, left side. Yeah, use your bandhas, use your strong core. Exhale, low plank. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, press back. You ground down through your hands, spread your fingers out wide. Yeah, so your sit bones can go high to the sky and you can find a rest, you can find your home base here. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Knee to nose, curl in. Send it up and back, kick back through your heel. Exhale, knee to nose, hug in, dome through your back, press with your hands, send it up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, curl and hollow through your spine, step through crescent lunge. Again, nice long base so that your front knee is stacked directly above your ankle. Yeah, so you should be able to see like your big toe sticking out if you were to look down at your knee. Reach through your fingertips and bring your hands into heart space. Inhale. Exhale, tilt your body forward and twist over your front leg. Yeah, and stack your back foot up. So both feet are facing 12 o'clock. So lift your back heel. Yeah, that's the one. And then draw your back heel forward towards the front of the room. Yeah, and you can always drop a back knee if balancing is just not here. And that's okay. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Find your expression. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. And keep pressing your forearm into your thigh into your forearm to really hug in and open. And take another full breath here. Exhale, warrior 2. Yeah, and if you're feeling wobbly and not stable, hug into center line and core. You use your core strength and just notice that if you engage, you pull your belly button in towards your spine. Yeah, notice how that affects your balance. Reverse your warrior, take it up and back. Big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward. So stay low in your front knee. So keep your front knee tracking over your second toe. Yeah, and if you have props, if you have any blocks, feel free to use them here. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. Keep that breath that we had at the beginning of the class. So inhale, length. Exhale, see if you can open your heart up more. take an inhale, find more length in your body. Exhale, twist. Good, take one more inhale. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Yeah, good holding, guys. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg high. You kick your left leg back. Knee to nose, curl in. Send it up and back, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, hug in. Send it up and back. Knee to nose, curl in, lift your knee up even higher so you can lightly step your foot through to crescent lunge. Yeah, good. And keep your back heel lifted up nice and high. And find the engagement in your core. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale. Exhale, tilt your body forward, twist from your belly to the other side. Yeah, notice how these movements come from your belly and your arms simply respond. You draw your shoulders away from your ears, find length from your back heel all the way to the crown of your head. And with every exhale, open your heart up towards the ceiling. Go, keep pressing your thigh into your forearm so that your knee's tracking outwards. Take another full breath here. Exhale, warrior two. Yeah, and warrior two should feel nice and grounding after the challenging crescent lunge. So really see how side on you can get. Yeah, imagine that I'm grabbing holds of both of your arms and I'm pulling you both ways. Yes, really reach through your fingertips. And take it up and back. Full inhale, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, exhale. Yeah, and props are super useful here, or just having your elbow to your thigh can be used like a prop as well. Yeah, find length from each side of your waist. See how much you can lengthen. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. You can play with a half bind or a full bind. Yeah, good. Take another full breath here. Open your heart up. It's beautiful work. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, press back. Now take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Bring your feet to touch, Utkatasana. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale. Exhale, twist over towards the right. There, squeeze your knees in towards each other. Just as firmly as you're pressing your hands in towards each other, and then open your heart up towards the ceiling. Yeah, lift your gaze up towards the ceiling, open through your heart, and you can play with opening your arms here. Yeah, opening your arms to find length and reach through each fingertip. You're reaching to the floor and reaching to the ceiling. Take another full breath in. Draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Separate your feet to hip distance apart. Take Pada Gustasana, so peace finger bind at your big toe. Inhale, find length in your spine. And then on your exhale, fold, let it go. Yeah, and allow your elbows to bend out to the side to pull your chest further down. And keep your sit bones reaching high to the sky. Remove the bind. Bring your feet back to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. prayer and twist over towards the left. Sink your hips down deep. Yeah, as deep as you can go. So as deep as you can go in your legs. And then open your heart up towards the ceiling. And keep feeling the connection of your upper arm to your thigh. And lift your gaze up. Find your new drishti. Take a full breath in. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet to hip distance apart. We'll actually take a bind with our hands behind our back, so interlace your fingers behind your back, and then just allow your hands to fold overhead. Yeah, hands reach towards the front of the room. Good. Keep the bind in your hands. Just bring your feet back to touch. Come back into Utkatasana, but this time your heels are lifted up. Yeah, so heels lifted off the floor. Good. Opening through your heart. We'll stay here for 5. Sink your hips down low for 4. For 3. Open through your heart for 2. For 1. Release the bind and take crow pose or malasana squat. Good. If you're lifting up, see if you can get your big toes to touch. So you want to squeeze everything into center line. Yeah, good. Awesome work. Keep playing. Keep your drishti further forward. So bring your gaze further forward. Good. Stay in there for 3. You've got this for 2. For 1. Good. Take forward fold top of your mat. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up high to the sky, big inhale. Bring your hands into prayer, heart space. Tadasana, arms alongside you. Just find your drishti focus again. Yeah, it might be the same point that you had at the beginning of the class. Just find that inward focus. We'll take eagle right side, so right arm under, right leg up and over. Yeah, right arm under, right leg over. Good. Sink down deep in your eagle. You can sink down even deeper. Yeah, and as you sink down deeper, be curious to see if you can bind even more in your legs. Good. Keep your drishti focused. See if you can focus it through your arms. Take another breath here. Inhale, mountain pose, fill up. Take eagle other side, so left arm under, left leg over. See if you can bind both points at the same time. Yes, smoothly coming into it. Yeah, and wobbling's okay. Yeah, remember if you get wobbly, 2 things, or 3 things even. Hug into your center line, hug into your core, so pull your pit of your belly in and up. Focus your drishti and ground down through your standing leg. Good. Stay in it. Inhale, mountain pose, fill up. Take eagle right side again. So right arm under, right leg up and over. Yeah, bind both at the same time. Give it a go. Good. And come straight to your depth. Yeah, we're not here as long this time, so come straight into it. Keep the lift in your elbows. Good. Take another full breath here. Good. Release the bind, but keep your leg lifted so right knee comes up towards your chest. Flex through your toe, and then kick back, aeroplane. Yeah, your choice for arms. You can keep eagle arms. You can have arms alongside you. You can take warrior 3 and reach your arms forward. Good. Take another full breath here. Stay. Lift your leg up higher. Lift your arms up higher. Inhale, mountain pose. Fill up. Take eagle left side. Left arm under. Left leg up and over. Keep your drishti focused through your arms. Yeah, like your gaze is a laser. Good, straighten through your standing leg, lift your left knee up towards your chest, kick back, aeroplane. Your yogi's choice for arms. Yeah, I'm giving you creative freedom here. Good. Keep your hips parallel, but still lift your heel up higher towards the ceiling. Higher. Then come back to mountain pose, inhale. And take tree pose right side, so ground down through your left leg. And then bind at your right foot. And if you have a block handy, you can even stand on a block if you want to play with that variation. Just please be safe. Yeah, you can give it a go. So standing your left foot on the block. Yeah, nice. Yeah, just see if you're taking that variation, or either variation you're taking, ground down through all four corners of your feet. There's often our big toe mound that wants to lift up, so see if you can ground down deeper through there. Yeah, and find your edge, whatever that looks like today. If your edge is closing down your eyes and seeing if you can have that drishti focus inwards. If it's taking a back bend, yeah, find your expression. We'll stay here for 3 more breaths. 3 strong Ujjayi breaths. And come back to center, take tree pose, other side. And tree pose should feel good. Yeah, for me, when I come into my tree, it's a chance to reground in. It's a chance to reground into my breath. And it's a chance to notice even the small little things. So the small things like, where am I pressing down my weight into the floor, into the block? Or where am I pressing in with my other foot into my thigh? Yeah, be curious here in the simplicity. Find your edge. Yeah, find your expansiveness, your growth, and be in it. Take another full cycle of breath here. Come back to center, place your foot back down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips. Halfway lift, flat back. High to low plank, flow. Upward facing dog, roll forward. Downward facing dog, press back. Good. We're going to play a little bit here. So from your down dog, take a shorter base. So walk your feet in a little bit closer. So you want your shoulders stacked above your wrists, and then just see if you can kick one leg up. Yeah, so playing with your handstand prep. Yeah, just one leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Yeah, and if you have your shoulders already stacked above your wrists, you're just going to think you've just got to bring your hips up to meet them. Yeah, and if that looks like nothing today, if that looks like there's no hops, if it looks like you're going to hold and stay, yeah, allow yourself to be playful. Give it a go. Yeah, awesome work. Good, swap sides. So taking your hops on the other side, so swap your legs over. Good, and then kick up with your lifted leg. Yeah, kick up to bring your hips stacked on top of each other. Yeah, and whatever feelings come up here, if it's excitement, if it's fear, I know that for me I get quite scared being upside down. Yeah, be with what is, it's okay. Take another big kick, last chance, lift up. Good, find your downward facing dog again, let that go. And take your high plank. And then slowly lower down for 5. For 4, you can always drop to your knees. For 3, hug your elbows back. For 2, for 1, and then as you touch down, lift up, locust pose. Yeah, good. Kick back through your heels. Yeah, and see if you can keep reaching the crown of your head forward so there's no wrinkles at the back of your neck. Good. Lift up, open through your heart, draw your shoulder blades in towards each other. And come all the way back down. Bring one ear to the mat. And connect back into your breath. Bring your forehead to the mat, tuck your chin in, lift up locust. So again, keep your core engaged for your locust. Yeah, to protect your lower back, hug the pit of your belly in and up. And see if you can keep it engaged even as you kick back. Yeah, it's like a challenge that we're playing with. You can interlace your fingers behind your back if that feels good. Yes. Good, and then lift your bind off your back. Yeah, great. Lift up for 3. Keep your breath flowing for 2. For 1, come all the way back down. Bring your other ear to the mat. You connect back into your body. And we'll take one more back bend here, so either locust or floor bow. In at the knees, grabbing a hold of your ankles or your shins, then kicking back. Yeah, good. Draw your knees in towards each other so they're right behind your hips. Yeah, good. And then keep kicking back to lift up. Kicking back into your hands, flex through your feet. Yeah, engage through your legs. Good. Kick back, lift up. Come all the way back down. Bring one ear to the mat. If you like to wiggle out your hips here, you can do so. And bring your hands to the mat. And then lift up into upward facing dog. So you need to roll your body forward to come into upward facing dog. Yeah, that's it. So lift your thighs off the mat. Keep that engagement. Press your hands into the mat so you can lift your shoulders or draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Stay here. Take another full breath in. Use your strong core to press back. Downward facing dog. Yeah, tuck your chin in as you go back. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips, open up. Yeah, and I just realized I didn't do this before, but this is a perfect time to do it. Lift your knee up even higher and either stay here or flip dog. Yeah, so you've already just warmed up your spine. Yeah, so now you can come into flip dog and lift your hips up high to the sky. Good. Keep drawing your shoulder blades in towards each other to open through your chest, your shoulders down your back. Take another full breath here. Stay in it. You've got this. Come back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to touch. Come into side plank. Ground down through your right hand. Yeah, great. And if coming to a knee helps you to lift your hips up higher, yeah, take that variation. Whichever variation helps you to find more lift in your hips. Yeah, so hips lift up towards the ceiling. You reach your fingertips up like someone's pulling them up towards the sky. Take another full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. Or you can skip it and come into downward facing dog. Go, lift your left leg high to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips, open up. Yeah, keep your shoulders square towards the front of the room as you lift your knee up high. And either stay in here or flip dog. Foot just floats all the way over. Yeah, keep both feet facing 12 o'clock. So feet right underneath your knees. Good. Open your hips up towards the ceiling. Take another full breath here. Good. Find your expression. Come back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to touch, side plank, left side. You see how smooth this transition can be. Again, moving with lightness, moving with ease. Yeah, see how light you can be in your side plank. Lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful side plank. Stay in it, stay and fight the wobbles. Take another full breath in. You've got this. Good. Chaturanga Dandasana, flow it out. You use quite a bit of arm strength. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press back. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring all the way through. Come to lie on your back. Set up for bridge pose. Yeah, we'll just take one bridge because your spine should be nice and warm now. So ground down through your feet, lift up. Lift your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And keep your breath strong, keep your breath steady. And notice if you've forgotten about your breath, tune back in. So ground down through your feet, lift your hips up even higher. Yes, good. Come all the way back down, articulate through the spine. Take a full breath in. Let it go. If you're ready for wheel, lift up. Or you can take bridge again. You can even take restorative bridge with a block underneath your sacrum if that feels good. Yeah, and just see what your body is ready for today. Yeah, if it's lifting a leg up high to the sky, you can take that. Good. Keep your grounded leg facing 12 o'clock. So inner ankles draw back. Keep the parallel on your feet. Take another full breath in. Tuck your chin in to come all the way back down. Articulate through the spine. Deep breath in. Let it go. Begin again. Bridge or wheel, lift up. Yeah, and this is not a time to listen to our mind. This is a time to listen to our body. Yeah, what is your body capable of today? Yeah, be curious. If you're in wheel, you can rock your weight forward and back. Yeah, opening your heart out through your arms. Take another full breath in. And tuck your chin in to come all the way back down. Deep breath in. Let it go. Last one, bridge or wheel, lift up. Yeah, here, feel your strength and your power. Whichever variation helps you to feel that. If it's amplifying, yeah, if it's staying in bridge, yeah, it's perfect where you are. Just see where you can grow, see where you can expand. Yeah, take another full breath here. Good, come all the way back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet touching, knees out wide. You can place your hands wherever feels good for you. Just allow yourself to be with the sensations in your body. Slowly draw your knees back into touch and take happy baby. Now see if you can feel your sacrum grounding down to the earth here. And then once you feel that, if it feels good for you to rock or take any movement, You're more than welcome to. And then stack your knees right above your hips. So in Pilates we call this tabletop. You're flexing through the toes. Bring your fingertips to your ears. Crunch up. You curl up and then come straight into bicycle legs. So crossing your elbow across to your bent leg. Other leg goes long. Yeah. And I'm not in the room, so I can't stop you guys physically from drawing your knee in closer. But see if you can just draw your knee in just till it's above your hip and twist up and curl up more with your upper body. Yeah, twist and curl up more with your upper body, lifting your shoulders off even higher. Yeah, and you can take whichever pace works for you and your breath. You're crossing over, working into your obliques. Keep seeing if you can flatten through your belly so that you're working your transversus abdominis, your deep abdominal muscles rather than your six-pack muscles. Good, keep twisting for 10, 9, 8, stay in it, 7, 6, my maths isn't very good, 5, 4, 3, keep twisting, lifting up higher, 2, 1, hug your knees into your chest. And lower your head back down towards the floor. So lift your head and shoulders off the floor and reach your fingertips forward. Your legs reach up high to the sky. Flex through your toes, lower your legs a third of the way, hold. And lower your legs another third of the way. Take a look at your belly, see if you can flatten down even more. Lower your legs another third of the way. Hold here and then kick up and down for 10, 9, stay in it, 8, 7, so like swimming with your legs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift your legs up high to the sky. You curl up again, reach your fingertips forward, lower your legs a third of the way, hold, lower your legs another third of the way, hold, and then lower your legs, see if you can hold there for 10, 9, stay in at 8, 7, 6, 5, you've got this, 4, stay in it, 3, 2, 1, hug your knees into your chest, take a big sigh out, let it go. And then rock your weight forward and back to massage through your spine. You'll be generous in your rocks, allow this to feel good. And we'll come into double pigeon. So in a seated position, cross your right ankle across your knee. Yeah, and this is what double pigeon is. So you want your shins stacked. If you have any props, any cushions, you can always bring it in between the foot and the front knee, if that feels good. Or you can even sit on it to give you more height. Good, inhale length. And on your exhale, see if you can walk your fingertips forward and fold forward. Yeah, so half pigeon that we often do, that's building us to this pose. I personally like double pigeon as it doesn't allow, we can't really cheat with our hips here. Yeah, hips have to stay parallel because we're sitting on our sit bones. And so for that it's more challenging. But we should really be feeling it softening through your glute. Yeah, keep your breath steady, keep it flowing. Now we're going to take a slightly different variation here. So bring your hands behind your back, so fingertips face forward. Plant this foot that was crossed over down on the floor. Keep the crossover in your ankle and then lift up. So reverse tabletop but with the bind. Yeah, good. We won't be here for long, so stay here for 3, For 2, see if you can drop your head back. For 1, coming back down, bring your sit bones down, then take the other side. Yeah, and it might feel different on the sides, so if you need to use any props, if you need them anywhere at all, feel free. Otherwise, just folding forward, letting it go. Yeah, and sending your breath to the points of contact. I mean the points of discomfort. Yeah, yoga is about practicing keeping a steady, calm breath, a calm nervous system, even in challenging poses. Yeah, even when we feel like we want to come out, we feel like we want to stop. Yeah, the practice is to keep our breath flowing, to keep calm, so that in everyday life, when we have difficult situations, we've already practiced that on our mat. We've practiced how we want to respond. Now slowly come back up, take your reverse tabletop with the bind on the side. Yeah, same, flexed through your foot. Good, dropping your head back, opening up for 3. For 2, lift your hips up high. For 1, come all the way back down. Have both legs long out in front. Flex through your toes, inhale, find length, and then exhale, fold forward. Yeah, and yoga is also, in the asana practice, it's about wanting to challenge yourself and to find your edge and your growth. And it's a balance of that, and also a balance of just accepting where you are. And accepting how your body is responding today. And you're still able to have those goals or things that you want to achieve. Slowly coming back up, take an inversion of your choice. So you can take shoulder stand, headstand, you can play with handstand. You can even take just legs up the wall with a block underneath your sacrum. Yeah, and in shoulder stand, keep your hands at your lower back and see if you can keep drawing your pelvis up higher. So we want to stack our pelvis above our shoulders. So with your hands, just see if you can keep walking your hands further down. If you can keep reaching through your toes to lift your hips up higher. You can either stay here or come into plow, allow the feet to go overhead. Yeah, plow is one of my favorite poses. It feels good to allow the spine to go the other way. And from plow, you can take deaf man's pose, bending at the knees and drawing your knees in towards your ears. And then very slowly coming all the way back down. See if you can really massage through your spine as you come back down. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest, send your left leg long. And then take a supine twist. So taking your knee up and over. Yeah, but keep your shoulders connected to the mat, to the earth. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's like your spine is a towel and you're just wringing it out. Bring your knee back to center. And take supine twist other side. So hug your opposite knee in towards your chest. And then taking it up and over. come back to center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a generous squeeze in. And then come into final Shavasana. And if you need to put on any layers here, or you want to place any cushions or anything underneath your knees, allow yourself to get super comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And if you wish to stay in Shavasana, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, slowly start to take some movement in your fingers and your toes. And then reach your arms up overhead, give yourself a whole body stretch. Reach through your fingers, through your toes. And roll over to one side, resting your head on your arm. And take a moment here to just acknowledge your body and how it's showing up today. Every day is so different. Every day we're responding to situations differently. So just accept how your body is and be grateful for your body. Be grateful for how strong and capable you are. And come to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. And again, finishing our practice just like how we started it. So having that inward focus on your breath. And know that you can always carry these elements throughout your day. Bring your hands into prayer at heart space. And bring your thumbs to forehead center. And with love we say namaste. And namaste.